All right, guys, welcome to the Media Hijack Podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris Unholy Cheese.
Happy Tuesday, family. Welcome back.
Happy Tuesday, and welcome back to another episode of the Media Hijack Podcast. This is episode 254. Before we get started, if you guys want to get some official Media Hijack t-shirts like this one right here, or the one Chris is wearing, because I know he's wearing it, head over to the MediaHijack.com. Grab me some official Media Hijack t-shirts. And also, if you guys want to catch the replay for this live Twitch video, we're here every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can catch the replay on YouTube the following day. And then audio listeners, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and give us that 5-star frog splash. All right, let's go. All right, so today we're going to be talking about clones. And I know we talked about this many years before, and it's like one of our most listened to episode out of our whole 4, 5, 6 years of doing podcasts. Mm-hmm. Audio, they got us in audio, number one, which is the whole cloning thing with Donna Marshall. The whole thing, like with Donna Marshall, a lot of his shit got taken off of the web. Like it's kind of hard to find his stuff now. You get like bits and pieces of like the stuff that he was talking about with human cloning. But I remember way back then, a lot of stuff he was talking about, that shit, it was pretty heavy as far as like him exposing the industries of people, the elites that were doing cloning in these cloning labs, like in Canada.
Right.
Talking about how they were cloning celebrities, and the celebrities, like they weren't in their real bodies. Like their body doubles were attending these VMA awards, and that's why you get these weird anomalies that happen like during these award shows.
Man, look,
go ahead.
There was one recently with Cher at the Grammys. She glitched the fuck out. Now, we can even go with she's 70 or 80, whatever how old she is. But it's like, I don't think she was understanding what was going on. She wanted to get off the stage at the Grammys at one point because she even said, like, I don't want to be up here too long. I'm just trying to do this and get off the stage. I'm like, that clone's like, like, that clone is...
That clone was getting ready to clock out. So.
That signal was going off.
The dude makes sense. You know, like, imagine, like, you're a celebrity, right? And you don't want to attend all these events. You want to be at home chilling, watching Netflix or some shit, right? You're like, man, I don't want to go to the Grammys. I don't want to go to VMAs. But you have to go because you're a celebrity. And then whatever movie you make, of course, you're like, you have to go to these events. Because it's probably in your contract. It's to promote whatever you're doing.
Got to show your face. That was like this movie, man. Classic movie with the great actor Michael Keaton. This movie called Multiplicity came out in the 90s and is about this working class guy who is getting spread thin. I think he's like a contractor that does like blueprinting or something like that. He's an architect or whatever. He's always doing like home building and whatever and all that stuff. But he's getting spread thin because he's missing his kid's practice and his other kid's practice, and his wife is getting upset with things. And so he winds up like a friend of his tells him like, yo, there's this company, you know, if you pay them, they'll make a clone for you. And it's like, it'll make your life much easier. So he went to the company and he paid him, and they made a clone of himself. Now, this clone looks exactly like him in every way, but it was like his aggressive side, like his man side, like, hey, what's up, bro? His bro side. But so he's like, okay, cool, a bro clone. You're going to go work for me at the construction site. I'm going to spend more time with my family. But then eventually he's like, man, well, I like to do stuff on my own. I like to have hobbies. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make me another clone. So he goes back to the company again, makes another clone. And this clone is more of his feminine side that's always caring and attentive. So he's like, okay, cool. I need you to be with my wife now. Why I gotta go do this? So basically he gets like 4 clones that like basically like cover all these spots in his life until shit starts going crazy. It's a great movie of like
so he has a clone to blow his wife back out.
And that's what happens too. Like, and he gets upset.
That's crazy.
And Nicole's like, you want me to take care of her? Like, but not like take care of her. So he's like beefing with the clones. But yeah, it's like, so when you talk about what Hollywood, like creating clones to go to these events, because they probably want to like, I'd rather be on this island doing this or go to the beach or do whatever fun I want on my own time and have a clone just fill in my spot for me a little bit. So that's what it reminds me of, like Multiplicity, man. Classic movie.
Makes sense, man.
like I wish I could do it, man.
Yeah,
Except for with Melissa.
I would like that
Except for
too.
Melissa. Except for Melissa. Sorry, man. I don't mean you. I'm talking about this. You will always have to throw me if you're listening one day.
But only
But
you would know that.
yeah, she would know too. I told her earlier. I was like, if I was a clone, you would know. She's like, no, I wouldn't.
What would be like the secret word or
She
some
would
shit?
know. Huh?
What would be like the secret word to know like that's you in bed? You probably got to talk to her about that.
Cornbread. Like you say, the secret word is cornbread.
Now, before we start, you got to make sure you say cornbread. They'll probably throw everything off though. Like as far as the mood, like the mood would probably die right after you said cornbread. Like nah, let's just go to sleep.
I'd be upset. She was like, "Oh, you're not the clone." I'm like, "You was expecting something? Like, are you upset?"
And then the next day, he's like, waffles. Like, what the hell?
Oh
It's
my
like
god,
that's wrong, but I'm curious.
like, but you know what? We're gonna
And
let it
that's
slide
when
this
you're
time.
gonna get mad. You're like, holy shit, he said waffles, but you still went on with it. Like, who are you?
Like, what are you? Are you a clone? Like,
And that's when everything gets, yeah, that's when it gets messy. That's when you get a, what is
Clone
it?
baby.
A 2B series.
oh man, I love 2B.
Clap, clap,
Like,
clap, clap.
If I get shot.
All right, so back to like the cloning claims. So back then, long time ago, 2012, remember that Asian girl, Tila Tequila?
Oh man, yeah, she lost her damn mind.
She
But
lost
was
her
everywhere. at one
marbles.
point.
Yeah, she's Vietnamese, right? She was one of the persons back then that was in the industry, the whole Hollywood scene and everything. She was in the industry, and then she talked about how they did human cloning. Way back then, she talked about that shit, and I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "Damn!" She was talking that shit like a long time ago. And back then, I was like, to me, I thought that was weird, but at the same time, I believed her. I was like, why would she talk about that? Because that can ruin your whole career. Because aren't you trying to be like this famous celebrity MTV movie award, whatever, all that shit, right? I was like, why would she talk about Hollywood like cloning celebrities and use them as, like as you were saying, to go to award shows and stuff like that, like, to do all these tasks that the celebrity would do, but the real celebrity doesn't have to do all that shit. She was talking about stuff like that. Like they were cloning celebrities and then they were doing all these dirty deeds that they were doing.
Like some of her biggest conspiracies that I remember she was on, kind of like completely like tanked her career. I remember it was like the cloning one, and then when she did the flat Earth and something else, I was like, man, you talking
The
like,
Nazis.
yeah. And I was like, okay, you might as well just stop because like they're gonna like, I was like, you're not because I was like Tequila, she's like famous on some level, like TV famous. I was like, but you ain't big enough famous to be like you ain't like no look. We live in a world where they shoot like Martin Luther King and stuff. So like, look, they gonna just easily just push you to the side. Like
she wasn't like that level of fame, but she was like in it enough to see like some of the stuff that they were doing out there.
But just enough to where like they weren't gonna be like, hey, we need to take Tequila out. We're just like they just kind of like just moved her aside and she just stopped getting work. Like that was just kind of
they did try to take her out too, but she survived.
Yeah.
But so like she got famous when she first got out of high school. She did Playboy, and then she got millions of followers on MySpace. Remember MySpace?
A classic social.
And then she dated like a football guy, and then she ended up trying to sue the football guy because she said that he choked her out and all this shit. Yeah. And then the football guy was like, "Man, she was drunk as shit. I'm just trying to get her to a safe place." I kind of believe like his story too. I was like, "Dad," because she
kind of wild. Wild,
dude. Asian Vietnamese people, they're pretty wild, dude. And then like once if they're under the influence, like man. Get her home now, because that shit is not even fun no more. Like it's just chaotic. Everything's chaos. I was like, I couldn't understand that. Like what the football guy went through. But
like, the danger was kind of cool at first, but then it got to like too crazy.
Like it was cool, but I was like, what the hell is this shit?
He's really crazy.
What the hell? What club is this? What? So like,
get off my back, because she little too. She probably was like on his back.
Yeah, it's like, and this dude is big.
Yeah.
Big football player. I don't know. He was a linebacker. I don't know what he was.
Yeah.
But well, that case was dropped. But then I guess their shit didn't work out, and she's known to be like bisexual. So she was
Yeah, I
trying to
remember
get
that.
engaged
Oh,
to like this lady. Her name was like Casey Johnson. I don't know if you know the story.
I
But
don't
as
think
soon
so.
as like I guess they got engaged, like a month later, Casey Johnson passed away on natural causes. I was like, okay, that's kind of weird, because like if you started going to your conspiracy brain about how this whole Illuminati shit works and how to get famous, right, you got to sacrifice somebody. So I was like, maybe Tito's like, I got a girl and I want to sacrifice her to get the fame.
And they was married, right?
They were getting ready to get married.
And they get married. Wow.
Right. So then I started putting these pieces together, right? So like after she passed away, if you think about it, they gave Tila Tequila her own reality show, like a whole
That was
dating show.
after.
Yeah, like she
Yeah,
got
that's
her
when she
whole
was dating.
show.
Yeah, she gave him like pick the guy or the girl. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
to
that.
pick the guy, the girl. I was like,
Oh, so that was before that. Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah, I was like, damn. So she sacrificed somebody to get that fame. And then what other way to get your fame fast, like all the way up there, is to get on a
Right.
reality show. And then they gave you, like you were saying, she wasn't like a celebrity that's like A class up there. But then
Right.
out of nowhere, they gave her a show
Yeah, out of
out
nowhere.
of
Like
nowhere.
I just knew who she was just because she did Playboy, and not even I've seen the Playboy, but I just knew of her just because through honestly I heard because like being in high school and we all hung out and all this other stuff. I actually heard about her through other Asian people at first, and I was like, oh okay, she kind of a little baddie or whatever. And then next one she got a damn show, and I was doing that era of like love and hip hop and all that stuff when VH1 was like yo fucking reality show crazy, and she like had one of the actually it was pretty solid, man. It was something different because I was like, oh, anybody can get her, like this is shit.
Yeah.
Guy girl can win. This is wild.
Yeah, and then like I was like, damn, like she
Groundbreaking.
got her own show. And then you started to put the pieces together. It's like, damn, she probably had to sacrifice somebody just to get that show.
Man.
Because she was saying, like later, she was saying, like, yeah, for you to be like to make it into Hollywood, you have to sacrifice somebody, and then they'll give you that fame and fortune that you want. But it doesn't always work out. Like they'll promise everything, like they promise you, like, hey, we promise you a show. Like she got her
Yeah.
show. They promise her fame. She got her fame. They promise her money. She got the money. But they didn't promise that shit's gonna last.
It's like a devil's like bargain type of thing where the devil be like, hey, I'm gonna give you $1 million. But then, your parents die in a plane crash and you get $1 million. And it's like, no, that's not how I wanted it. And it's like, well, that's what you asked for. So
Right. Yeah.
that type of thing.
It could be as simple as that. And yeah, like she got all that shit. And then next thing you know, everything just went like downhill for her. And, she started posting a lot of videos with claims saying like, oh, there's like a cloning lab out here in Canada, Clonade or whatever they call that. They're cloning celebrities, they're cloning kids. This is where she's like, all the missing kids, like they're taking the missing kids. They're the one that's kidnapping these kids. She was saying all that shit is linked up to the elites. The elites are doing all this stuff. She was saying that in 2012. And then, of course, people say she's crazy because a lot of the stuff that you see her in the headlines is her having like mental breakdowns.
Yeah, that's all like that. Yeah,
Right.
There's nothing like
So
good.
when she talks about stuff like this, no one's going to take that shit serious. They're going to be like, no, you already lost like the base ground of us trusting you in the first place because of your whole mental breakdown, all that bullshit. No one's going to believe a word you say. And I get that too. I was like, you're crazy. It's just like a crazy homeless guy in the subway yelling at you about Prophet Yahweh, how Jesus is going to come back and you better repent. When someone's yelling to you about stuff like that, you're not going to listen. The only thing you're thinking about is like, how can I get away from this person? And I hope he goes away. That's the
don't
only
touch
thing
me.
you're thinking about. You're not thinking about, oh, the prophet Yahweh is coming back.
Right.
You're not thinking Jesus is coming back. Like, no, that's the last thing you're thinking about.
Like, please don't let them get in my face.
Right. That's why yelling doesn't work. If you're trying to like get a message across, yelling does not work, especially in public. Or if you're yelling at people on the internet, that shit is not gonna work, bro. Take a step back, girl.
Yeah.
But-
Hand out pamphlets, but I guess being
Yeah.
poor, you can't probably even afford a pamphlet, so you got to scream.
Right. But then, like, of course, they weren't listening to her like back then. But you fast forward all the way till today, almost like 15 years later, You'd be
Crazy.
like, maybe she was onto something with the whole cloning
Yeah.
thing, with the whole celebrities. You're saying like how they transfer celebrity souls into other bodies, and in the body doubles, they would play as dumb, like, at events, VMAs or whatever, Grammys. I was
Yeah.
like,
Stacks.
that kind of makes sense because, yeah, like stacks.
Yeah.
Explain that because you could throw people
Oh,
off.
my bad. So when I mentioned the term stacks, it's from the TV show Carbon Filter. And Carbon Filter was where they would transfer the human soul out of a body into the like almost like on a disc type of thing, I think it was. It would be in the base, like the base of the neck of a
Right.
person, and you would take it out and you could put it like in another body. And that's literally like you're just transferring like your soul to something else.
Yeah,
You'd
transferring
be a
your
black
soul.
guy.
Yep.
Because in the TV show, it was like the first season was the white guy, and then basically like he was a black guy in the second season. Just literally just changed actors
Yeah.
based. But yeah, but it was the still character itself. But it's like it's basically transferring your soul from from another body. It's been a long time since I watched Altered Carbon, but I can't remember the plot per se. But I remember that was like the main plot of the show was like all these stacks and going into the neck, and that's what
Yeah,
it sounds.
like I think that's like one of the shows like where they actually showed in the show where you can take like a consciousness from one body to another body and then they can toss
Right.
that body away, but the same consciousness in that stack or like a hard drive can be placed
Yeah,
into a new body, and then you're operating on a new body, new lungs, new organs, everything clean, right?
and then
Damn,
you
like
and then you
imagine if they're doing that.
just body jumping.
Yeah, just fucking hopping bodies and shit. And it's like the same thing as the series, the 100s. They did the same thing in the series 100,
Damn.
where they had like their ancient elders, right? They're put into like these little like USB drives and shit, and then they all put in like a little capsule.
Yeah.
And then
Just so
whenever,
they can bring him back.
yeah, so they can bring them back when the time is right. But they had this
God damn.
one main stack, right, where they only put it in the leader of the tribe. Like whoever is the leader that got voted
Yeah.
as the leader, they would put that little stack into like their back, and then it would like fuse into their spine, and then they get the knowledge of all the elders from like 7-8 generations.
Damn.
Yeah, like
All
seven,
that
800, 1,000 years of information got loaded into their stack, in their spine, into the girl's body, and she knows everything. And then she's like the
pretty
tribe
badass.
leader.
Yeah, I would imagine so. That's like all that knowledge.
Yeah, it's like no doubt, like she's the tribe leader. You cannot go against her because she's the one that know everything now.
Have they tried that process with other people in the 100 and they didn't make it? Because I'm assuming that'd be like that would probably kill somebody.
Yeah, yeah. It's like when she's getting ready to die, they take the whole stack out, and then they try to vote for like the next leader.
Oh,
And then they put the stack on them, and then it's like organic. That shit fuses with your system.
man, it's locked in.
Yeah, I was like, damn. I was like, this show is a little too deep. I was like,
For a WB show too. That was
Yeah.
like a teen
dude,
teen
if
channel.
you can make it past like the 4 seasons, that's when you get sucked in, like super sucked in. Like it's
Yeah,
like something more to it.
Yeah, I watched the first 3 and I thought the show was great. I just never continued. I don't know what happened in my life. I don't know if I deployed or whatever. Because when I was watching 100, I was still in the military. So there was like shows I would watch and then I would deploy. And I'm like, well, I don't have a DVD no more. I'm not having any of this. So I was like, I'll pick it up later. But then by the time I get back to the States, I done forgot about the show or moved past it or whatever. And I think that's why we with the 100 at one time. But I remember that shit was like, I remember watching 100. I was like, this is like, first of all, this budget is pretty big for this show on CW. And I thought the plot was like, I feel like the plot for the show was like almost like too smart for CW sometimes. Like, this ain't Dawson's Creek type lowbrow stuff. This is
Yeah.
almost like a thinking man show.
Yeah, it got a little too deep.
I wish I
Yeah.
stuck with it, man. Cause you told me how great it got. Like afterwards, I'm like, damn, it got better.
Yeah, like in a deep way, like a profound way. I was like, what the hell? Like this show took a whole different direction.
Right?
Like it got super deep. Like talk like psychedelic style deep. I was like, whoa. I was like, but I don't want to get into it because it's too much.
Yeah.
All right, so like in 2012, she spoke about the missing children, about the cloning centers, and then about the whole secret groups.
Right.
Now, like, there's no like official records of any group that she was talking about that is actually real. But I believe it, dude. I know there's like groups that's been doing cloning because Canada they have like this whole video where they talk about Clonade, right? I think they were the one that did the cloning of the sheep and stuff. Dude, if they were saying they're cloning sheep, dude, they for sure cloned a human a long time ago.
Man, yeah, that whole cloning sheep thing is like old shit to me now. That was impressive like 20 years ago. Now it's like, all right, y'all mean tell me y'all still just doing sheep this entire time? Y'all had to be close.
I think like the whole human cloning thing, that's old news as far as like tech wise. That's probably like some old shit that they were doing a long time ago. And then like people are barely talking about it again now.
Back around, man.
Because I think like because they were saying like when you clone a human, right? They said you don't even have to clone them to where they're a baby again, and then you gotta watch like the baby grow in the cloning lab. They say you can clone a full adult like right away. You get a whole clone of a human adult body.
But
that can just start running whatever code you put in, and they're like, all right, Britney Spears version 12. Go out there, make your YouTube or whatever, make your TikTok videos.
So we're going to upload all the memories that you have into this for the next, like not take your memories away, but like, hey, we're going to make like all your memories on a hard drive, and it's going to be memories like the memory of this clone is going to have is from just yesterday and all the way back to they was a child. Like the next 15 hours we did building this clone, this is it. Like, so they're going to have like a little 15-hour memory gap, but they're going to be fine. Like we're going to get them back on speed and get them up, started and running. Because you can't have the gap be too big, because then they're like, no, I'm a movie star, like, so they gotta like, you gotta close that memory gap, like, close that shit in.
Britney Spears was one of them because like,
she got the chain right now.
Britney Spears, like a long time ago, right? For example, when they would interview her, they're like, hey, what's your favorite pizza? I mean, yeah, like where's your favorite pizza? It's like, oh, I like pepperoni. And then like years later down the road, right? They're like, yeah, what's your favorite pizza? She's like, I don't even like pizza. Then like people, they would pull up the receipts from the videos that was like from 7-8 years ago. Like, wait a minute, you said this was your favorite pizza, but now you don't even like pizza? Like, who are you?
I think it's strange that pizza is also tied into this.
Well, I'm giving an example, but
an example. I thought it was like a real thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's something similar in that sense, like where she likes something, but then years later she doesn't even like it, and then like, hold on, like
I've known you your whole life.
Like, we got you on camera saying you like this. And then you can tell, like, her demeanor, her whole vibe, everything is off. Just like the whole recent one with Jim Carrey, I think that was like a test to see if, like, we can tell if that wasn't Jim Carrey.
Slide in.
Yeah, because if you looked at him, he was talking at the award show. It's like, man, that is not Jim Carrey. And then everybody was saying, like, yeah, that's fake.
Yeah, everybody jumped on this shit.
Yeah, they jumped on it so fast. They zoomed up on his eyes. They're like, different eye color. Yeah. Like, this is not Jim Carrey. So then, like, later, they came out and said, yeah, there was somebody, like, in a mask. Like, they're doing a test, right?
That's what I heard, too, with the guy. I forget his name, but yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to test, like, the public to see if they're smart enough to know, like, this is not Jim Carrey. But then I was thinking, like, a little deeper. I was like, maybe this is just a promotion for him to promote like The Mask 2, which is the movie where he puts on a mask on and he becomes somebody else. I was like, that could be a promotion for like The Mask 2. Like, yeah, the person that was at the award show wasn't Jim Carrey. Of course, it was somebody wearing a mask of him, and they wanted to see if the public can detect that.
Well, they failed. Like if this was the mission, they fucking failed.
Yeah, because everybody caught on. They're like, no, that's not our boy.
His cheeks a little too fat.
Yeah, that ain't him, fam. Like, but another one is like Selena Gomez.
Yeah, so actually before we started this episode, right, I was like, actually 5 minutes probably before we started, right, I was looking at something online just now because she just got married, right? So, like, I know like some people are like fans of Selena Gomez, and so some of the Selena Gomez, stands out there have been complaining about her husband, her new husband she's got married to, right? He got a podcast. I think the first episode he had of his podcast, he like farted in the mic, like first opening of his episode, he farts into the mic, and he's like, "Hey, it's crazy, right?" But people have been complaining about how filthy he is, and so I shit you not, right before we started the podcast, Selena Gomez just posted a picture of her kissing his feet, dirty ass feet. But what is going on? What the fuck?
I saw that.
Like, does she need to like blink twice? Like, save me? Like, what is happening in the house?
That shit is weird. Wild. The whole shit is weird.
It's like I know like Melissa, and I know like a couple other females who are like, she should have never married him. Like, he just looks like he's just like just filthy looking. And
who is that dude anyway? Like, he's a celebrity, right?
Maybe a celebrity plant. I don't know what he is. He just seemed like he just fell out of nowhere, and they got a podcast show. I don't know if he's even successful, but he just seems to just pop up out of nowhere. And I don't know whoever he is. He paid a lot for that clone. I mean, like, he is getting his money's worth because that clone was kissing his feet. If she's a clone, she was kissing them dirty feet.
First episode of the podcast, she was kissing his feet.
No. So like the first episode, like his episode started off, he just took his mic and farted in it, from what I heard. Just farted into the mic. Damn. And he's like, "Hey guys, it's me." Like, this is like his first, I guess, an introduction to how disgusting he is. Huh?
I'm about to do that too, but go ahead.
It's like, I'm guessing like he's kind of like setting like the baseline, like, "Hey guys, I'm nasty and filthy." So that's kind of like his shtick, I guess. I don't know. Like, people always talk about how filthy he is, and so I guess to back up her man and support him, she kissed his feet. Like, and they like, I'm talking about the way the camera's framed. It's like his feet is closer to like it's like in the camera frame, and she's like kissing it.
It's all set up, man.
Crazy.
They already had that feet cam already there for that scene.
Got that.
Yeah, dude, program. That's Hollywood, man. That's how they get. They're like, how do we get people talking? Like, they have meetings for this shit, dude. They sit in like these oval rooms with these big ass desks and like, all right, what can we do on the next podcast to make people talk? Bad, you know? Like, how about this? Like, we put a camera on his feet, right? And then we got Selena. She's gonna kiss his feet out of nowhere. We're gonna just do that with no context. Just let her kiss his feet, and that's it. And then continue the conversation, right?
Right. Like it was just normal.
Like it was just normal. And then, you know, we wrap up, publish the video, and then we go to sleep, and then we wait. Dude, by the time they woke up, that shit blew up. Millions, billions of views. People like us are talking about it on the podcast. Like, holy shit, you saw Selena Gomez? She was kissing her dude's feet on camera for no reason. So random.
I don't even follow her like that, and I don't follow her at all. But it's like the way the internet has been towards her. Well, the people have been saying she was a clone for a minute, anyways. But
do you see her mouth? How she talk?
Nah, how she talk?
Like her teeth don't move. It's like this. Yeah, I just had my back blown out. I had my black blown.
My back is blown out,
and I'm gonna kiss his feet. Yeah, it's like that. Like the teeth is stuck.
Damn, better call maintenance. Like, get that.
Yeah, I was like, dude,
pry that shit open.
That's not. And then you would get videos where they would post videos of her talking like 5 years ago. It looks so natural, right? So natural how she talks. Oh yeah, she's a natural girl. Now everything is all like tight. Her face is tight. Her teeth is tight. She doesn't open her mouth when she talks. Because she's trying to do that voice, or the Selena Gomez voice. Because her voice is kind of deep a little bit, like a little raspy.
A little raspy, yeah.
But like, if you're not naturally, if your voice is not natural like that, you have to make like adjustments like in your jaw. And that's why whoever is playing Selena Gomez, she had to do her teeth like that so she can sound like her.
Try to get that raspiness going?
Yeah, so she can sound like her.
Man.
Because she does sound like her. But who knows? We might be just blowing shit out of proportion and, just trying to, I don't know, create content.
Shit, but look, but weird or not, man, the Selena Gomez hive has not been happy with her and being with this man. So, I mean, shout out to them, man. I wish him all the best. I don't wish failure in nobody's relationship if it's a healthy one. But it's strange, man. I would never kiss my wife's dirty feet.
Damn.
My wife has very clean feet.
You
I'm
just
talking about
said
like
dirty
clean.
feet. That's crazy.
But she had like dirty black feet. I'm not putting my lips to it. She already know. This ain't nothing new. She already know what the game is.
Get those feet out of my face.
I barely like feet as is. And if you gonna come correct, at least clean them motherfuckers. Clean the bottom of them.
Yeah, I never understood like people with like feet fetishes
Yeah.
where they would pay top dollars to get them pigs out, you know?
Like,
I'm like, damn. Because like I saw like this one video on Instagram where this girl was riding a motorcycle. Maybe it's scripted. She's riding motorcycles like, vroom, vroom, and then she goes into the gas station. Dude follows her, right? Dude was like, hey, I'll give you $300 to get the socks off of you. She's like, what? She's like, yeah, I'll pay you $300 to get the socks off of your feet. She's like, I've never done this before. This is so crazy, but I'm going to give you my socks.
wow. And
the dude took the socks, paid her, and he left.
Could have been worse.
That's it.
He didn't kidnap her. I mean,
there's a lot of people like that. That's why I like the feet fetish stuff. That's why I like these streamers when they're streaming online, females, they got to hide their feet because that's like a money maker, like later, like let's say like if they blow up, because if they never show their feet in the first place and they blow up, right? Those feet are worth money now. That's like an investment.
yeah, you gotta let it simmer a little bit. Like let them play with the imagination for a couple of years and then get into the feet game and then
that's why you can't give them everything from the beginning.
Drip. It's like a drip. You gotta let it drip.
Slow drip. Especially if you're trying to be like a content creator, like as a female, you cannot give them everything, right at the back. If you do that, everybody saw everything, they're done. Your content already it's going to be like plateaued.
Did you ever date somebody that was like a feet model? Like, they got hand models and it was like, yeah, I got my
like
own
a normal
channel.
feet model?
Like, wow, what's
I could do
not
that.
in a magazine. Like a feet model, like, hey, I got a Twitch channel and I show my feet for like 8 hours. And the camera's just focused on it. They don't even see my face.
Yeah, I could date them.
But I'll make money.
Yeah.
It's honest. It's still an honest living to me. Look, it's more honorable than selling drugs. If you want to get down to it. I ain't knocking nobody's hustle. Like, so.
Damn, we should do that. We should just like make a whole channel just showing our feet.
Just feet.
Yeah. But then we're playing games at the same time, but the camera's on our feet.
I'm like, all right, guys, if you stick around to the end, you're going to watch me step on some cake. Like, just
dude.
Between my toes.
That's real.
Internet, wow, bro. I don't get it. I don't get the hype behind the feet, but more power to him. Oh, the other big one was Ariana Grande, man.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the other
yeah,
one.
yeah.
That's the man, because she been doing all that wicked stuff, and so she always been like thin, but now like I guess like she did the movie Wicked, and I don't know if it's for like promotional reasons. I'm just thinking from like a normal person's perspective for a second. Like with her and her co-host, the one who plays the Wicked Witch, they like act very weird with each other on camera and all that. And maybe just might be like girl friendship stuff and a bond they had while I'm filming together. But on the flip side too, she be acting weird like outside of that now. On a conspiracy level, like, she could be a clone. No, like she's been acting like very off when she does these interviews and like, and I've seen like I'm not saying I've seen stuff before with Ariana Grande past where she's always been known to be somewhat silly and whatnot. So maybe that's just in her character to be weird and awkward on camera. But man, yeah.
Well, her whole personality changed. Like she's not like bubbly like that no more.
Yeah.
Like she's super thin now, and then how she talks on camera, it's like her whole demeanor is different. Like she's more like the way she talks is more clean now. It's not like like before when she talks, it's like, oh yeah, she would make a few mistakes and stuff like that. Like a normal human would. But now everything's like perfect, clean, super PC,
Man.
Super thin. Like her frame is freaking, it's weird. I was like, you're not even like the type that even need Ozempic, right? You don't need to lose all that weight. You should put on some pounds because it looks weird. Oh, Bob in the house, finally.
What up, Bob? What's going on?
Bob missed the whole shit. She missed the whole tequila, whole saga.
Oh, yeah. You missed all that.
Well, Chris, he needs a tinfoil hat because his thoughts are too strong.
the clones can hear me. It's like they can hear me. They can
Them
hear my
sleeper
thoughts.
cells. Because I heard there's a lot of sleeper cells that might be located in Utah.
Man, if I was an alien, I would live out here. Like
It
if I
makes
was an
sense,
alien,
right?
it's just enough people to like kind of like slide through. If you was in the city, a UFO ain't gonna be able to get by, man. People will spot that in a heartbeat. But out here, it's like almost little to no people. The alien could easily slide in here and be
Yeah, and they can live a
fine
normal life out in there in Utah
and be a Mormon.
and be
Like
a Mormon
be a
because
Mormon.
Mormons are
No
already
one will
super
ever know.
weird. Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, so like with all this cloning stuff going on, man, I don't know. This is an OG conspiracy that I like even when I heard about this weekend with Jim Carrey, I'm like, man, this is coming back in circulation again. Like I thought we was celebrity cloning. Like me, I've always been like this with like cloning. I think it's such like I think like for me, and this is my whole take on the whole Jim Carrey thing and celebrity cloning thing. Me personally, I think cloning is real, but I think all these celebrities are too broke to own one. That's like Elon style, like money, like to have a clone. That's a living being, an entire another being with your consciousness. And I think that's like a pay to play thing to get away with. And I think one day it could be affordable for celebrities in Hollywood, but for me, like that's like top tier Jeff Bezos money, something that these celebrities are not even remotely close to. This is like way out of their ballpark.
I think it's more of like owning like you more than it is like you like paying for like a convenience for your clone to go to the VMAs for you. I think it's more of like the industry like having a hold on your influence on what you have over the people. Mm-hmm. Like they're controlling your influence. Like that's what they want because they help build you, right? Like, oh, you're Britney Spears. We want this shit. We want your influence on your people.
We own the rights to you.
Yeah, we
like,
own your rights. Like you cannot sing another song unless we tell you to.
They better get these clones in order, man. Because Britney Spears, she was just dancing last week with like her boobie hanging out and swinging knives and stuff. I'm like, man, y'all still got to plug in. Yeah, I think they'll just let her just.
Yeah, I think she might die soon. I take that back. I take that back. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Not that you want her to die, but just
I don't want her to die. Realistically,
this is like she's been off the rails for some years now.
But yeah, like she hasn't been producing nothing lately. There's no new albums. There's no nothing. She's not on tour. She's not doing nothing. She's just living off of. If it's real, she's just living off of like all the money that she made.
I mean, hey, that's not aid. She could probably never do anything for the rest of her life. She was massive back then, huge.
Yeah, but like her back then, it was like a normal person. Like her now, it's like who is this person? It's like the person, like she doesn't even know how to wipe her own ass. It's like it's almost like we're watching a baby now doing.
Yeah,
live.
I think it's just an empty shell. Like there's nothing home.
Yeah, you can tell if you look at her eyes. You can tell if the soul is still there. Just look at her eyes, dude. That shit is gone, man.
It's probably like even no pupil. It's like no black people.
You could feel it if you look at someone's eyes and someone's not there or they're about to clock out. That you don't feel nothing, because dude, if you look at a dog eyes right directly in the eyes, you know there's something there. You could feel it. You're like, holy shit! This is why people get so connected with their animals. Same with horses. Same with pigs too. This is why people don't eat pigs. Dude, if you ever look at a pig eyes, like they took picture, I saw this dude, he took a bunch of pictures of pig eyes. I look at the eyes, I was like, hell no, I'm not eating that.
Man,
if you look at the eyes, dude, that shit is so human.
I think they said something with pigs too. I can't remember if like the pig's brain or something like that is like there's something inside of a pig that's very closely to what we have as humans too. I'm thinking it might be the brain. I might be wrong. But yeah, I do remember hearing like the eyes. I didn't know about the eyes though, but I heard about like another part of the body of the pig. It's like, man, this is like almost like on the level of what a human is designed of, and maybe we should be more precious with these creatures and stop throwing them like turn them into bacon and eat them.
Yeah, pigs, they're the most closest like to us genetically.
Yeah.
And because they would, people in the Epstein files, they're describing like damn, what do humans taste like? The closest animal they said was a pig.
pigs are fatty, humans are fatty.
Yeah,
it
then you
makes
think
sense.
about it, like with the cultures, across the ocean and stuff, they don't eat pigs at all. Like it's forbidden to eat pigs
It's like, man, this is
because they're
Cuzzo
known
right here.
like pigs are like the reincarnation version of like humans. That I guess they had like bad lives. They come back as pigs, right?
And get eaten by humans. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
and then they get eat by humans, right? So you
Bad
probably
way
when
to
you
go.
eat every time you ate like a piece of bacon, you're eating like somebody who did something really bad in his past life, and then he got reincarnated as a pig.
Yeah,
But
man.
it's like,
This
nah,
Hitler,
you don't want to eat people, man.
like, man, this Hitler burger sure is good. Like, this shit is juicy as fuck.
Dark meat.
It's dripping off my
Yeah,
lip.
like I still eat like pork, but I'm trying to get it out, like to where I don't choose to eat pork.
Yeah, I
Well,
rarely
it's
eat
more
pork,
health
man.
wise than as
Yeah,
opposed to like, oh, it's a religious stuff. It's more like health wise because it is pretty unhealthy.
yeah, I rarely eat pork. If I eat any meat, it's either like a chicken or a turkey. I like seafood a lot, but yeah, pork. So when there's a time where I do, if I want to have like a burger or something like crazy with like bacon on it, it's been about like a good 6 months since I've eaten anything like that. So that's why I like if I go out, and I usually say that for when I go out to eat at a restaurant, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna spoil myself because I mainly just eat at home anyways. And like when I went to Phoenix recently, I had like a bomb ass burger and a beer. And I rarely drink beer, but sometimes I'm like, you know what I mean? Let me enjoy myself a little bit. And it was so damn good. But yeah, I rarely eat pork anymore, man. It's not even like for no religious purpose or anything. I just feel like well, I have issues with my throat where if I eat food that's too greasy, I saw like coughing up loogies for like 20 minutes. Like, it's
Damn.
like I had to like look up some stuff online. I'm like, okay, like when I eat grease, it tears up the lining in my throat. So like when my throat gets scratchy, my body's producing mucus to kind of like cover up the sensation of like it being irritated. So I'm like coughing up
Oh,
loogies. And after a while, I was like, hey, like I remember my dad told me this, and I've heard like so many people tell me this, like once you get a certain age, especially like after you're 35, when your body acts a certain way, listen to it. And that's why I was like, okay, like maybe I just need to stop laying off of like greasy foods because if it's irritating my throat, my body is telling me something. So yeah, I've been doing this for like a good minute, man, like not eating pork, and I've been fine, but there's times where I'll do eat it. I go fucking crazy. Like, oh, this is the last burger I'm gonna eat probably for the rest of the year. So let me just have a blast with this, and then
double bacon with cheese.
yeah, man. Because I usually just like I said, turkey, man. That's usually like my go-to for meat.
I eat a kid burger.
Like a kid's burger. That's what Melissa does. We go to Freddy's. She gets like a kid's meal. Oh, a child burger.
I just playing.
Like actual children burger. I'm thinking like I'm thinking like
I
a
went,
Happy Meal
yeah,
burger.
yeah. I was trying to like go Epstein. But okay, back to the cloning.
Yes.
Tila Tequila, right? She talks about all the whole cloning labs, how the elites, they're kidnapping children, they're cloning celebrities. Your celebrities that you're seeing on TV is probably not the real celebrity. It's probably their clone with their souls like infused in them. And you know how we're talking about how Tequila. Am I saying that right? Tila Tequila.
Tila
Yeah.
Tequila.
How she was
Tequila.
known in the public for having mental breakdowns.
Man,
Right.
OG.
Yeah, she's Asian, Vietnamese. She's pretty wild. And then of course, if she's intoxicated, it's not gonna be fun. But
And drugs.
she went through all that shit, right? Where she got her ass beat by her boyfriend. She probably got her ass beat by her girlfriend. She got beat by everybody. Maybe it was her fault. Maybe it wasn't. But she came on another video, right? Where she talks about how she came to like an understanding about how everything works, right? And she said she saw God himself. And she said God came to her in the form of a dragon. And then she's talking about it's like, yeah, God is a dragon. Jesus
Shinra?
is a dragon. She was like, she was talking about how she met God and everything. And then she was like, yeah. And then she did like something she would have never done. She said she had sex with the dragon.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, that clip went crazy. It went super sideways. This is old too. She was like, she had sex with the Lord, which was a dragon. Yeah. I was like,
Dragon with a capital D.
and she's making this video, right? And if you look at the video, she has no makeup on. It doesn't even look like her, but it is her. It looks like an Asian girl with no makeup.
Without makeup on. Oh yeah,
she looks completely different without makeup on. I was like, holy shit! Like she's making a video. She doesn't care how she looks. She's like, yeah, I had sex with Jesus, aka a dragon. I had sex with the dragon. She said it was all real, and then she's like, this is the reason why I got a tattoo of a dragon on my back. She said other stuff too, but yeah, she had an awakening like that. Man. She also had like cause she's freaking crazy now, right? I don't know how crazy she is now. But she creates like artwork, right? She sells like her artwork like online. And she said like, of course anybody can create art, right? Because it's like your own expression of how you want to show the world your work, right? Because none of her stuff is like, oh, it's super, oh, it looks so good. It's nothing like that. It's normal artwork, right? But she said the only difference is her artwork has magic behind it. It's not just any artwork. Like the stuff she's like painting, it has like, she said sacred, I don't know, prayers behind it. It's not just a simple artwork. It's like something with stuff attached to it on another realm. Yeah. It's like, you put, it's like gold attached to it or some shit in another realm. Right, that you cannot see. Yeah. It's like, how like heirlooms work, right? Like they pass down from generation to generation, heirlooms and stuff. Like a normal person, they look at the heirloom, right? It's like, oh yeah, it means nothing to me. But to your family, it means a lot because it carries everything from the whole history. Right? Stuff you don't know, of course, because you're not in that family.
Right.
The same thing goes like with her paintings. There's stuff that you cannot see. Like it carries weight in another realm. And then
more than we can understand.
Yeah, because she's trying to make the people understand. It's like, I'm selling my paintings, but, I'm not trying to say like I'm the best painter. But there's more to the painting than what you guys think. And then they got to the point where she was giving away her paintings to people that I guess need her help. But I think she needs a lot of help too.
Man, yeah. I haven't seen her in a minute on social media at all. She's like one of the first people I saw to follow on IG, and I haven't done. But that was like, I think I got on Instagram like 2011, 12, I want to say. And I haven't seen her probably on Instagram since 2011. And I never unfollowed her or nothing like that. She just got lost in the sauce. And so I don't know what she's still doing, man. I hope she all right.
She's having sex with dragons.
Oh, okay. She's doing good then. She's doing better than me, I guess.
But I'm not trying to make fun of her. But, because shit, she's probably going through some stuff we don't know about, dude. Like, of course, like, it sounds crazy because I remember when I got off of the acid trip, and then if you were to record everything that I was saying, that shit sound crazy as hell.
Like on that level?
Yeah, on that level. To be like, because like when I'm talking, I'm telling you stuff that I believe. I was like, this is actually happening. And if you were to saw it, like when you're sober, you'd be like, ain't no way. What is he talking about? Because it's not clear.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
So with her, like with that going on with her, what's another celebrity that kind of went off then? Kanye West is like an OG one. That's kind of like, I had nobody that clone didn't get away with nothing for a minute. He been a clone for like 15 years too. I was thinking about this like the other week. I was like, cause I was a massive Kanye West fan when he first came out. God, his first like 4 albums to me are like classic hip hop albums. But it got to a point where I was like, I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, this clone has been around longer than the OG Kanye West. If he is a clone, like this clone been around. This clone been kicking for a minute. And I think now it's starting to break down because he's like, guys, I'm sorry about everything. Like he's like trying to like backtrack all the shit he said now. And I'm like, man,
yeah,
clone regret.
I think if he was a clone, like his clone was probably the hardest one to duplicate as far as like making another copy of him. Because it was never like a clone that was like exact Kanye. It was like, it was worse than what it was. And then the versions always keep getting worse over and
It got
over.
worse every
Yeah, I was
time.
like, fuck. I was like, we cannot duplicate this because I think like there's a thing like a person who's like a natural artist and a person who's not an artist, like their brain, it does work different. Like you see stuff different.
Right.
As opposed to like someone, a normal person go to art show, they don't see nothing. But as an artist, you go to art show, you see like what the person actually went through to paint whatever that they painted. Because I went to so many art shows and shit. When I looked at the painting, I remember there's like this one painting where I don't know who painted it, but I was like, holy shit, there's so much in this painting. I told my cousin, I was like, damn, this motherfucker, they put their heart in this painting right here because you could feel whatever the emotion was in every brush stroke. I was like, this painting, it hits different, right? I told my cousin, I was like, damn, this shit is crazy. This shit is different. And then I looked back, and then the artist was sitting right there. It was like a lady, and then she felt that shit. She's like, thank you so much. She's like
you understood the message I was trying to convey.
Yeah, because we were standing there for a long time looking at that painting. I was like, damn, there's so much to this painting. You can feel that shit.
That's got to be a good feeling to like. It's one thing to be like, oh, that's pretty, and then one thing to be like, oh, I understand like the message behind this, and she was earshot too. That's dope.
Yeah, she was right there. She heard the whole shit. I had no idea.
Yeah, that's dope.
But yeah, it'd be like that, dude. Like,
but that reminds me, like artists like that, even like with actors, their brains, like even how they function as a person is different from like a normal person. I had just watched the show on Disney Plus. It was called Wonder Man. And it's a Marvel superhero TV show, but it really like that's only a name only. Is actually like a very good character driven story about an actor who has superpowers. And because previously when they started letting actors with superpowers act in Hollywood, a director got killed. And so there's like, hey, we're putting out a ban for anybody with superpowers that you cannot be an actor in Hollywood, because when you're an actor and you get your emotions all up into whatever, because you're trying to like convince the world this is the character that you are in this movie, your emotions really get heightened, so it might trigger your powers. So the show's about this guy with superpowers trying to be an actor in Hollywood. And I'm not an actor at all in Hollywood, never will be, but when I watched somebody who like did an explanation of the Wonder Man series, there was like actors, because the character Wonder Man is kind of awkward and shit and like always over explain and always doing too much. Like he lost a role in the TV show Wonder Man because he was like doing too much on the set. Like, I want the lighting to be like this and the character's background should be like that. And it was like, okay, we'll just write you out the show. So they're always kind of like eccentric of like, it's always about the character and method acting. And I was watching a YouTube channel, I was explaining Wonder Man, and it talks about like how that's how people are in Hollywood. They're not like normal thinking people. They're always thinking about like, and it's like the core of the character and what really drives them and their spirit. And it's like more of an art style to them behind it. And so they function way different from like, that's why somebody like Shia LaBeouf or whatever, who like method acting guy who's always doing weird shit. But but that's the mind of an actor, man. Like we can never understand the process of how their brain works because they don't think on that's just always like art and whatever level. And to us, it's just movies. To us, it's just movies. To them, it's like art style behind it.
Yeah, like Shia LaBeouf, like how he be getting into these like roles when he's doing like these scenes and shit. Man, like if he had to play like the drunk guy, right? He would get fucking shit-faced drunk before they'd even do the scene.
Yeah.
To get that authentic feel of your drunk uncle that's about to rage out.
Man, yeah, he did a movie called Fury with Brad Pitt. And he was bumping heads with like everybody on set because he wouldn't like, and his method actor, he didn't know how to stop. But there was a part that in order to get really authentic with the role, he like pulled a tooth out with one of his tooth out with pliers because it was a World War II movie and he was a soldier. So he's trying to get the more of the look of like, okay, I'm in war. I kind of make myself look a bit more rough. Maybe have my voice sound a little bit different or whatever. Like I got hit in the face by something. So he pulled his tooth out just so he could like fit into the damn role more, and everybody was like, and that was like one of the first times everybody was like, yo, this dude is like next level, like holy shit.
Dude, he is next level, man.
He'll take it that far.
Right now, he's probably like one of the realest dudes out there right now. Cause like recently he did get arrested at the Mardi Gras because he got into conflict with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was just trying to be like a normal dude out there. He was like, out of like thousands of people, of course, it's gonna be a few people out there that's gonna cause like for you to turn up into like another character and shit.
Oh yeah, and you drinking too?
Yeah, and he was drinking too that whole day, and yeah, there's like this podcast of him on. It's like if you look it up, you type in Shia LaBeouf Channel 5 podcast. Probably
Channel
one of the
5
best podcast shows I've ever
think I know
seen up with him.
Okay. I think I know exactly what Channel 5 podcast. That was I forget the guy's name that does the interviews and stuff, but if that's the one I'm thinking of.
Dude, it's so good, dude. Because like he comes off as somebody that's getting like clean, but he tells his story of how he got arrested, everything, the story of him, his wife, and stuff, like how everything got all messed up, and they even brought up the Epstein files and stuff. He's like, shit, like you see all my shit, it's out in public already. He ain't got no ties to no Epstein shit.
Mm.
Yeah, he tells a story how his adventures in jail when he got locked up, like in LA and shit.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf would be so real sometimes. I was like, ain't no way he a clone because
Dude, too real,
I heard
like,
many.
Yeah,
He's too real. I heard like many years ago they were like, Shia LaBeouf hates being famous. He loves being an actor though, but the fame that comes with it, he don't like it, man. He seemed like he's kind of like always pushing against the Hollywood grain of it, and it's kind of like, I just want to act, man. Like I just want to act, because not everybody gets into it for fame. Some people just love the craft, and I think he's just one of those. Is like he started off as a kid star, and they made him into like money making machine with Transformers, and he kind of wants to do like more low key stuff, but he probably got like a lot of anger and temper behind him because this whole acting thing he's been doing since he was a child. And he probably just ran him into the ground. And he's just like, man, y'all ain't trying to catch me slipping. Like, it's still me. I'm out here.
Bob said he got his ass beat. Maybe he did, but like he did talk about it on that show. He was like, yeah, like like I'm a good guy, but there's like some people that I did wrong, and he was like, I apologize to the people I did wrong. I was like,
yeah, okay.
He's like, my bad for the people I did wrong. It's like, I was intoxicated, but dude, if you watch that whole podcast, it's so good, man, because there's this one scene where the dude he asked him, it's like, hey, if you could ask Jesus any question right now, like what would you ask him? And he was like,
what?
He was like, I wouldn't ask him anything. And I know they're gonna make this into a meme. He was like, I wouldn't ask him anything. It's like I would bow down and I would kiss his feet.
Damn.
And I wouldn't say nothing. Yeah, and then people already made memes of that, right?
Already?
Yeah,
Damn.
like there's this one meme where I saw where they're talking about like they're like, hey, like what would happen if Conor McGregor were ever to fight again in UFC? Right? Mm-hmm. And then they put the meme in where he's like, it's like, I wouldn't say nothing.
I
would just bow down and I would kiss his feet. I was like, come on, dude.
And that's quick,
that's going to be like the next meme for the next month. It's Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah. It's been a while since we had a new Shia LaBeouf meme, so we overdue. We are overdue for new memes.
He talks about like this park that we used to go in LA, right? It's called Echo Park. He was like, dude, way back then, before like Echo Park, right? They had like some big shit that happened, like some chaos that happened, like with the people they're out there, right? And he was like, Echo Park was never the same again. And this is like one of the parks like we used to go to, like in LA, where it's basically like a park, a big circle, and then in the middle is like a pond water. And then the rumor is like a lot of people like they dumped their body into that water. And this is like a park. It's just a park with a water in the middle. And Shia LaBeouf was saying like, he was like, yeah, he was there before all that shit. He was there before like the old Echo Park and the new Echo Park. And he wasn't going to say nothing about the new Echo Park because he was like, it wasn't like the old one. Because they said like, I don't know if it's like racist shit, but he said like all the white people, they went out after that incident and they all moved into like different locations like around the LA area, and they got out of the Echo Park area. And now the Echo Park area is like, I don't know, it's not ghetto, but it's not the same people.
No, more like no, I get it. I'm black in America. Well, because like here's the thing, because this happened in Clayton County. Like I first moved to Clayton County in '93. White folks everywhere, 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 everywhere. And then at the end of the 99s, going into 2000s, that's when a lot of white people left. And that's when and that was because black people were starting to move in. And it's basically like it's called like white flight. There's a term for it. And it's usually when, like, there's a term that's used in the white community, at least in the racist white community, when more than one black person starts moving into the area, there's a term that's called like, there goes the neighborhood. And so white folks, like, whether they talk to each other or not, instinctively will move out of the area. And then wherever they go, jobs go with them. Every time. So you're seeing right now, like, for example, in Atlanta, they changed in Atlanta, like, at least every time I go back there, I'm like, boy, y'all clean the hell out the city, at least on Moreland Avenue. Moreland Avenue used to be like the hood when I was growing up. I'm talking about the hood. But now if you go down there, that's where they got all the townhomes at and everything. And I'm like, oh shit, this is not the ghetto no more, because this is where all the white folks have moved into. And wherever they go at, they're going to give them the best shit they can. And so it kind of then eventually leaves black folks behind. But yeah, that sounds like kind of like happened, like, hey, black folks moved in the area, well, we're going to leave. And then wherever they go, the jobs are going to be at. And so by habit, black folks are kind of going to start moving, like, well, not kind of start. It's black folks that's really trying to get a job and move around will try to move in the same area where white folks is at, because that's where the jobs are at. They ain't putting the jobs around anybody else but them. So it's a habit of like, hey, like, basically like, okay, we have too many black people moving around here, then we got to move out.
Yeah,
so
yeah. It's
that's
happening like a lot. Like, they would buy out like the poor neighborhoods. They will buy out all those areas, right? All the land around that area, and then they would redevelop that shit. And they're doing it. There's so many locations out here in Atlanta where they're doing that. Yeah. Where they're taking over like all like the poor neighborhoods, trying to get them, like, pay them a lot of money to get out of there so they can, demolish that whole land and then redevelop. Because that's like the main thing they're doing right now in Atlanta. That shit's happening like right now.
Yeah, I remember just every time I go, I remember before I even left, before I moved, and I was going down to Moreland Avenue, I was like, damn, this place is looking different. And then last time I was in Atlanta, I was like, oh my God, like all these apartment complexes that my mom used to work at, because when I was a kid, my mom did management at an apartment complex. So I would always be hanging out there all summer because my mom didn't want to pay for a babysitter. And so basically my mom would take me and my two sisters, and we would go to work with her. And so we always had friends at apartment complexes and everything, because we would just be there all summer. And while my mom was at work. And so eventually, like last time I was in Atlanta, all them apartment complexes got completely wiped out, every last one of them. And now they got these massive townhomes now. They're way overpriced, at least because they're within Atlanta city limits, but they cleaned up the whole area. So you see a Starbucks. Yeah, if you see a Starbucks pop up, it's like, oh shit, they about to.
What they call it? It's like gentrification.
Yeah, gentrification. Yeah, it's called gentrification.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
Atlanta's going right.
And Atlanta's like the main place that you can do that, and you can see it, especially like if you go to like the West Side, like the West End, right? The West End is known to be like super fucking crazy and shit, right? But if you go to the West End, like it's so developed now, like there's like a gap like in the West End where it's like super developed, where like you see like what they call like food courts and stuff like that. Right. Where like people would travel like from whatever location, they would go to like this food court because it's like a high scale like food court, right? But if you just walk up like a block just away, just a block away, you're in the ghetto now. Damn. You better hold your purses. It's like it's literally like that type of gap. Yeah.
Yes, I see that a lot. Where like, especially in Baltimore, you used to like, okay, townhomes, and you cross over an intersection, and it's like, oh damn, did we just go through a Stargate? Like it is like,
right, like night and day, yeah. And then they have the crazy thing, like Atlanta, right? They have these little pockets where like these places that they look safe, right? But if you go in the wrong direction, like of course you're gonna hit the hood, and you're gonna be in a place where you don't want to be in. That's like the weird thing about Atlanta. They have so many spots like that where like you could be like in a really nice like area, but you could just walk a little bit like, oh shit, hold on, we're not safe no more. Hold on,
I made a left and I should have made a right. Like, oh, like, it's pretty quick. Baltimore was the same way too, where it's like hood and then little gentrified spot, then hood. But if you make a right, like gentrified spot, then kind of know your route, because you ain't trying to get stuck in no red light at no 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
that is awful. But yeah, gentrification, that's real, man. I've seen it my whole life. This is the way of the world. Okay, they're doing that right now in Mexico. Mexico is like going off the chain right now, and it started like last year because a lot of like this is just what's going on right now. Like there's white folks who work in like just for companies or whatever, and they do remote work, but they're living in Mexico City. But but the company they're working for is in America. But because they're moving to Mexico City and they got American money, the government started like, okay, how about we give them a Starbucks here and give them all the American accommodations that they would have back home in a Mexican country. And Mexico did not like that. They see it's like, look, it starts with a Starbucks and eventually y'all going to take over our entire block. And y'all going to increase the property tax and we can't even live in our own country no more. So Mexico been like, woof. They see the writing on the wall like, y'all better get out of here, gringo. Y'all ain't gonna do this to what y'all did to black folks and everybody else in the hood. Get your townhomes out of here.
Okay, I got some daily news though.
I do too. I got like one or two.
All right, like the crazy thing I've been seeing on social media, which boggles my mind, dude. I've been seeing a lot of Cambodian people having shrines of Epstein. Like
what?
Worshipping Epstein, dude. Jeffrey Epstein. They put his face. I don't know if it's real or not. It just makes no sense to me.
Can't be.
But they have these Cambodian people like in these shrines, right? They put Epstein face, like a printed version of his face, on like a shrine, and they would pray to it. And I'm like, it's in Cambodia. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on over there?
That can't be real.
Dude, I was saying that. I was like, this can't be real because it makes no sense that Cambodian people have no ties to Epstein, like at all. It makes no sense. I was like, that has to be AI shit.
Unless he visited that place a whole lot. I don't know.
Yeah, it was like they have his face printed on a piece of paper, and then they put it like near candles and stuff, and then they would pray to it. I'm like, is that real?
That's like something they do in like North Korea with Kim Jong-un, where like it's by law in your household, everybody has to have a picture on the wall of Kim Jong-un, and it has to be like a shrine before a god or anything,
right.
And it has to be him on the wall. That's what it sounded like.
That's what it looked like.
Damn.
Because it wasn't just one video. I saw multiple videos, like I think 3 or 4 videos. I probably sent Bob 2 of them because I was like, what the hell's happening in Cambodia? If that's real, if it's real, I was like, what's happening? But to me, my gut feeling is saying it's all AI. It's fake. It's not real because it doesn't make sense.
But why Cambodia though? Unless AI knows you're Cambodian,
right?
Because it makes no sense. Who would like?
They're trying to trigger me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because like Cambodians are like a group that like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody like beef with like that. At least from an American's aspect, it's like why would like,
dude? I think they're trying to trigger me so I can watch like the next ad on dog food. And, dude, I kept getting all these dog food ads. I was like, I said out loud, I was like, I don't have a dog no more. Stop showing me dog ads.
Maybe he's trying to get you to buy a dog.
Yeah, I was like, I don't have a dog. Stop showing me dog ads.
Maybe he's trying to get you.
You're hurting my feelings right now. You know, I was like, stop.
What if he's trying to get you to eat dog food? That'd be crazy. Like,
all right, I was like, if I buy this dog food, stop showing me ads. Yeah, but I get this weird ads like that. I was like, if that's like the thing, right? They're like, okay, we know you're a Cambodian. We're gonna send you a Cambodian feed where somebody he makes fake AI videos of Cambodian people worshiping Epstein because we know you talk about Epstein in your podcast. They're like, we know you like this shit. Oh, and you're a Cambodian? Guess what? We got a Cambodian video of people worshiping Epstein on a shrine. Is that going to piss you off? And they send it on my feed. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I'm not pissed off, but I'm more confused.
Yeah. What's the story behind it?
It was enough for me to send it to Bob, right?
What did Bob say about it?
She said she don't know.
Damn, look that real?
Because I was like, what's happening with Cambodia? She's like, I don't know. And I'm like, I don't know either.
Man,
but it doesn't make sense. It's not normal. It's not.
It doesn't fit in with the Cambodian MO.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
just,
like, yeah, it doesn't fit in. Like, that shit doesn't make no sense. Like, they're struggling out there. Like, the last thing they need to be doing is worshiping some random ass white dude that's a pedophile. Yeah, that doesn't make no sense. That doesn't add to their life.
Right. It's like, if you know your people, you know. Like,
yeah, I was like, don't you gotta be fucking doing something else than to be worshiping somebody you don't even know?
And ain't a war. Like, this.
Yeah, and is known to play with kids. You want to worship somebody like that?
Yeah. The only place that has the ability to, at least, the only place that kind of like you can kind of relax at a time of war, it's kind of America. We don't get 9/11s like that, so we can be distracted by Epstein stuff on this level, but they got a whole different type of thing going on. They ain't worrying about this man. they fighting.
Yeah, so I was like, I ruled that out as like fake. I don't believe it.
And Bob says they held Trump to when he claimed they brought peace between Cambodia and Thailand. The fuck?
That might be real though.
It could be, man.
Yeah. That one's real because there was that battle between Cambodia and Thailand.
And the guy in between that?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, it's just they had his pictures everywhere.
Yeah.
I say he does have supporters over there. I truly do believe he has supporters in the Philippines. Like, people can't vote over here, but he got them out there. Like, shit. I'm like, motherfucker, y'all can have them. But shit, I'll mail them to y'all. Shit. Get him out of here. He's crazy. You want to trade? Yeah, but I mean, look, if he stepped in and did something for Cambodia and Thailand, because honestly, Trump is one of them persons like he'll bend over backwards for a lot of countries, but not America. So I can believe.
Yeah, why don't they bend over for America? Like, we need help too.
Because we ask for too much. And not like ask for too much, like in a spoiled way. They know that eventually, like, hey, what about us? Because that's why a lot of people get mad with this whole Israel and Iran thing. And it's like, man, why is this government like constantly getting behind Israel on these things? Like, we are hurting over here, like, big time. This country about to go through some shit. And we sending money over there for a war? Like, what are you doing? Like, I voted for America first. That's what some people like. Like, I voted for, like, we take care of this country first, but that's not the results we getting. Yeah.
Yeah. What else you got? You got other wild news?
I do, man. Did you know Quentin Tarantino died this weekend?
No. What the hell?
Well, that was the rumor going on online. And boy, that shit was...
Is he dead, though?
No, he's alive. I'm sorry. He's alive, guys. No, that's... Oh, God, my bad. Let's take it back for a second. Let's take it back.
Crazy.
No, but there was a conspiracy this weekend that this man died, man. I heard about it. I was like, no. I got on Google. I was like, no. And I immediately looked it up. He's all right. But... So over the weekend, the internet exploded with rumors that director Quentin Tarantino had died suddenly. Posts claiming he passed away from a heart attack began circling around across X, TikTok, and Facebook. And that's what I think I saw pop up on Facebook. I was like, what the fuck is this? This can't be real. But a lot of things that gave it credibility. At first, it was using like fake CNN style graphics to give it more credibility. But within hours, the rumors were debunked and no credible news outlets have reported his death. And Tarantino's representatives actually confirmed that he was alive and well. Just like everything all good. He didn't get taken out. And the entire story appears to have been originated from fake news sites and AI generated articles designed to go viral to generate a revenue. So I didn't hear about him having a heart attack. When I first heard that he had passed away this weekend, I heard because him and his family lived in Dubai. Now, what happened this weekend in Dubai, Iran attacked Dubai. Blown up shit everywhere, all because America is now going to war with Iran. And so since Iran is now going to war with America, America's like, well, we're going to go out to Dubai because that's a part of like, but basically like that's American, almost like American territory. And so they did a bombing in Dubai. Especially after America like did that attack first against Iran and they blew up a school. They killed 134 kids. Whatever, liberation, I guess America wants to call it. But they killed all these kids in Iran, and Iran's like, okay, well, we're gonna go out to Dubai. So they've been like doing bombing runs in Dubai. And that's why I heard like online that Quentin Tarantino got killed in the bombing in Dubai. And I saw people saying online, like, well, maybe if him and his family didn't move to Dubai, this would happen. I don't even know if Dubai, if that's even true that he and his family live in Dubai. I don't even know if that's true. But I just heard that he was killed in a bombing. So that was a mess right there. And I'm like, internet, we gotta get together, man. We gotta get together, or AI is gonna just completely control us.
Dude, the internet is fake, man.
Dude, but this story went viral hella quick.
AI bots like talking all that shit, dude.
And creating generated articles, but not even fake pictures.
All of it is fake now, dude. Everything.
This is dangerous precedence, man. Like, because how can we move forward if you can't trust any source online at this point? Because online, especially social media, is the digital town square. This is where protests happen. This is where like companies break and fold based off of like how people get behind each other, or like when it comes to like social media stuff. Like when the whole Jimmy Kimmel thing happened, and then everybody was talking to each other online, like, hey, everybody just cancel your Hulu subscriptions until they bring Jimmy Kimmel back. And it happened, and they brought Jimmy Kimmel back. I'm not Jimmy Kimmel back. Was it Jimmy Kimmel? One of them damn.
Yeah,
one of them
Jimmy Kimmel.
It was Jimmy Kimmel. With Jimmy Kimmel. So like social media is a very powerful Times Square like type of like everybody comes together and you can either agree with something and get shit moving, and you can kind of get corporations kind of bend to your will just because we're all talking amongst each other. But it's hard to do that when you have fake shit floating around, and then you don't know
fake shit, dude.
Don't know what to trust, man. It's just.
But you want to hear some real shit, dude?
What's that?
Off topic a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard from the grapevine, right? How you say it? Grapevine? Grapevine. So I heard from the grapevine that there are aliens that they said that they don't abduct humans that are circumcised.
That are circumcised. Damn, so I guess Jewish dudes are gonna be cool. Jewish guys are gonna be.
Yeah, so if you're circumcised, the aliens would be like, "Nah, we don't want you." Because here's the rumor. Thing? Here's the rumor, right? For the natural people that are not circumcised, like they still got that foreskin.
Mm-hmm.
They said humans that are still have that foreskin, right? They can operate spaceships that can go out of this realm.
What?
They can operate spaceships.
With the foreskin.
Because they're natural.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
And the alien's like, holy shit. This is what they said from the beginning. They didn't want to have these humans operating these spaceships, right? And, you backtrack this shit, right? And they're saying how aliens, they were here from the beginning, right? They basically like birthed like our whole society. They created our whole society. They created the whole pyramid, everything. The whole, they created everything, right? So they're like, holy shit.
Aliens.
We got to have a big generation of people that's not circumcised. Because the people that are circumcised, right? They cannot operate spaceships. So like, all right, let's just try to get humans to be okay with circumcising their kids.
Humans with the hood.
Especially like in America, yeah. They're like, all right, we got to cut that shit off. All those kids, cut it off, right? Make up a story saying like, oh shit, like, yeah, this shit's fucked up. You shouldn't have that shit in the first place.
Yeah.
Like you don't need it, right? And it just holds bacteria. Yeah, you don't need it.
Bacteria. I was just about to say that. Yeah, it's like bacteria.
But you don't need it. But then like they're saying like the main shit is because we don't want people to operate these spaceships.
Damn, we gotta cut them off.
Yeah, because the people who are not circumcised, they can fly spaceships.
Look, like I'm gonna keep mine because it might come down to life or death. We might have to bounce off this planet.
So my kids, they got to keep theirs, cause like shit, we might need somebody to fly that spaceship.
Somebody got to fly.
Somebody got to fly that spaceship.
We might be too old for that when that time comes.
Firstborn, he got circumcised. Like, get your ass out of here. Put Billy Virgin 2 in there. He's not circumcised. Get him in there.
In fact, I don't even want the kid anymore.
Let him fly that spaceship with his foreskin.
With his hood.
Yeah.
I wonder what's the science behind that.
You ever watch like the whole Atlantis series on like Disney Channel or whatever? the whole Disney movie about Atlantis.
Yeah.
I always thought like there is like a special blood that can operate those special ships and shit.
Yeah, like a biometric type of starting system.
And it depends on your blood, like how deep your blood goes in the lineage and shit.
All right.
I always thought my shit was a special blood, right? Long time ago. I was like, I have special blood long time ago. And this was before I got my blood, before I started donating blood, to where I found out about how special my blood was. But I already watched that show already, right? I watched that movie where they said, yeah, like people with special blood, Atlantis blood, right? They can operate these ships.
Yeah.
And then I started giving blood, right? And then I started getting phone calls from Red Cross telling me how special my blood was.
Checking in.
And I know this is controversial because Bob's in the chat. She argue about this, saying your blood is not special, whatever. My blood is actually special, like for infants. They told me that shit legit. They're like, yeah, you got blood special for infants. Your blood can bring your infant back to life.
It's like we try to send an
That's
agent
why like they want my blood so bad. And I was like, you guys are lying, because I didn't believe it too. I was like, until like I knew somebody that worked with Red Cross.
Yeah.
And then I told her, I was like, hey, like these people say my blood is special, but I think they're just lying to me. I was like, can you personally look it up yourself since you work there? She looked it up, right? Check. It's like, oh, she's like, oh, yeah. Your blood carries like this certain trait and blah, blah, blah. Like it is for infants. Like your blood is different from a lot of other people blood. I was like, holy shit. That makes sense.
But Bob's like, no, you're adopted.
Yeah. Bob like, no. Your blood's bullshit. No,
You're the youngest. You're not special.
It was crazy. Bob, a long time ago, right? She took my blood. Like she was like going to school for nursing or some shit, right? And she's like, okay, let me practice on your blood, on your arm to get blood. I was like, sure. I'm not scared of needles. Dude, she wrapped my arm up. She took my blood. Whoosh, my blood shot out so fast in that vial, right? I was like, holy shit. She took all the blood, right? The crazy thing about that, right? That blood in that vial,
yeah,
I kept it in my glove compartment in the Honda Civic that I drove at that time, right?
Yeah.
And I left it in the glove compartment the whole time. I forgot about it until I got pulled over by the cops.
Oh, they checked it.
So I got pulled over by the cops, right? And they were like, hey, do you have anything in the car? I'm like, I don't have nothing in the car. And the cop, he was like, you look suspicious. We're going to search your car.
Okay.
Dude, I saw nothing but blue lights surrounded my car, right? It was so crazy. They took me out of the car and they did all the tests on me. They did the whole walking test, right?
Walk and turn, yeah.
Right. But then they empty out my pockets, and my pockets had so many napkins in it.
It's like, what?
They pulled out so many napkins out of my pocket, out of my hoodie pocket, and then they put all the napkins on the hood of the car. And he was like, can you explain this? I was like, oh my God. I was like, how can I explain this?
My nose runs a lot.
I just made up some shit. Yeah, I was like, we just got done making t-shirts. I like to wash my hands a lot.
That's good.
He's like, okay. And then they searched the whole car. They threw all the trash everywhere. I was like, oh my God, they're going to plant marijuana in my car and they're going to say I have marijuana in the car. Yeah. Oh, okay. Back to the blood vial. They found the blood vial, dude. Right? And then they put that shit on my face. They're like, can you explain this? I was like, oh my God. I was like, how can I explain that?
What are the odds?
Yeah, I was like, what are the odds? I was like, yeah, my sister, she took my blood, and then she, because she's going to school for nursing, and then I was like, and I just left it in my car, and I forgot about it.
I know that sounds crazy,
guys, I was like,
please believe me.
That's why there's Because I was like, that's my blood in that vial.
Is that it's your story's so crazy it has to be true.
Yeah, because I was like, I got nothing else for you guys. I was like, that's the real story. Oh, they're like, all right, we believe you. We're gonna let you go. I was like, yeah. I was like, I wasn't drunk. I wasn't smoking nothing. I was clean, super clean.
You just had weird stuff on you, blood and napkins.
What Bob said, she said, keep bragging, gonna get snatched up with that special blood.
Man.
Yeah,
that's what I was about to say.
Dude.
I was about to say earlier. I was like, like they probably sent that an agent to you back when you was a little kid, holding to the fence. He was about to get you back then. Like, he was supposed
Help.
to get you.
Yeah.
He was supposed to get you.
Nah, like I think I put my body through like a lot of stress tests, like enough to where I don't think my blood is even valuable anymore.
I know mine ain't, man. I can't get blood, man. In high school, I was able to do it, but my 20s, I tore my shit up. Ran my shit to the earth.
My blood is not good no more. That shit's like tainted. Like you put this shit on like a fucking screen, that shit, you cannot see through that shit.
It's all like black blood.
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
Man. But yeah, what was I talking about before? Yeah, Quentin Tarantino, man, they thought his ass was dead this weekend. That was not on my bingo card. I was like, what the hell?
But he's alive though, right?
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's doing just fine. He's still being crazy. He's still doing that, man. But yeah, I got some other news, but I can talk about that next week. I think we've already went over today. At least I feel like we have we?
Well, Hillary Clinton, right? You know how they're doing the whole testimony shit?
Yes, I do have stuff on that. Okay.
Yeah, like there's a lot of stuff about that, but there's like some I like to talk about the stuff that's not what they're talking about. You know, every time like they brought the whole Epstein stuff with Hillary Clinton, right? If you zoom up on her chest, her nipples are hard the whole time.
Lizard nips. Just kind of.
Come on. Who's talking about this?
Nobody.
Because I was like, somebody sent me the whole clip of the whole video of Hillary talking. I was like, I don't want to hear this shit, you know? But I watched it. I was like, hold on. Her nipples are hard.
Is she lactating lizard milk? Like,
yeah, I was like,
I didn't look that close though. I didn't look that close because Hillary's like that female that rocks like the pantsuits. So I didn't know she heard
the same. She heard it too. She heard that rumor. And it's not a rumor. They go watch the video. You can see her nipples are hard. I don't like. That's. I was like, come on, Hillary. Man. Like, come on.
I'm scared to check. But also, I watched some of the deposition, man. And honestly, and this is for me, this is my hot take. This is a hot take. I think Hillary was right about a lot of shit that's going on right now. I think she took a lot of the blame and the fault for like Pizzagate and shit only because how messy her husband is. I watched like both the depositions. Well, I watched like a huge chunk of Hillary's, but I watched the one they did of Bill Clinton recently. And Bill Clinton, all right, I'm sorry. So when Hillary was up there, they kept trying to pin her, like the whole Pizzagate thing on her still. I had this one congresswoman named Lauren Boebert. Bless you.
Thank you.
This one woman named Lauren Boebert, she was like doing the questioning to Hillary for the Pizzagate stuff. And Hillary, and I'm going to paraphrase what she said, but Hillary got like fucking pissed. And she's like, look, this whole Pizzagate thing, and nothing came to fruition out of it. And the reason, I'm also too, I think the reason why she got very frustrated too, because a massive reason why she lost the 2016 election was because of Pizzagate allegations and the email rumors from Benghazi. And a lot of people on the internet took the email thing from Benghazi and Pizzagate and made them in synonymous. And they're actually two different situations. But because the internet is a town hall type of place, a digital town hall, if you will, and the rumor of her being involved in Pizzagate really kneecapped her damn run as president. And so she explained on her deposition, look, the Pizzagate thing did not stick at all. But she's like, look, I used to do works with attorneys and stuff, and everything we've seen evidence that shows that Donald Trump will be connected to something like this is indicative. Like, he's already shown us that, he has 34 counts of sexual assault on these women, or felony counts of sexual assault on women. All these allegations about him. He talked about how he grabbed women by the pussy before he was president, when these tapes came leaking out from Billy Bush, where he's talking about, like, yeah, we used to grab women by the pussy, all this other shit. All these evidence prove that this man has no respect for female agency on, like, whether it's a grown woman or a child. And Hillary was basically getting upset, like, we need to focus on that. Stop, get off this piece of gay shit. He's gonna get away. Like, that's just how he got this far in the first place. Like, stop focusing on this shit. And so she got really pissed about it, and she kind of like barged out the room. And I thought about it, I was like, you know what? She has nothing but hatred towards Trump because she lost an election to this man, a guy that nobody thought that was gonna beat her. And I know probably hurt a little political ego when she lost to a damn Donald Trump, but also, at the same time, too, is like, she's like trying to basically like, we wasting time on this shit. We need to focus on this because the bad guys are kind of getting away. Not saying she's a saint, because she got some dirt on her for sure. But from one of the stuff I saw looking up about the Epstein files, the only reason why she's even mentioned in Epstein files is because of Bill Clinton being in there. So they kind of like at events or whatever, and she just happened to be there because it's mainly like a Bill Clinton event, and she just happened to be his damn wife. So Bill Clinton did a deposition recently. I think it was today, actually, or Monday, whenever it was. And this dude got up on a stand and was like, basically saying that, I didn't see Donald Trump do nothing. He's an innocent man. I feel bad he's going for this. And it's like, bro, like, your wife is out here trying to defend. She should have left him years ago. I think Bill Clinton is a piece of shit. He is now trying to like coalesce and like basically protect the predator Epstein class right now and say like, look, nobody was doing nothing. I didn't see anything. I didn't even know who that girl was in the pool. I never seen it because the one famous picture going around with him in a jacuzzi. He's like, I don't know who that girl is. I've never seen it before in my life. So he's just been saying like, but like, your wife is out here trying to protect your ass because you went to the island, you did all this shit with all these girls, and now you're not even going to back her up as she's trying to defend you. It is weird. She need to divorce this scumbag, man. And I'm not even like no Hillary Clinton stan, man. I think she just got caught up in a political shitstorm of a real world event, and she just became the face of it off the like, just conspiracies and whatnot. But in the day though, I feel like people want to, I think she's bad, but I think she's bad, but like in her own lane, not with the Epstein thing. She got her own shit going on. But as far as like what's going on with all this,
she's really bad.
Epstein stuff. But as far as like, I think Bill Clinton's far worse. Like,
no, all of them are bad. All of them. They all
bad. Like I can say bad. Like, look, she ain't sleeping with these girls on the island. I'm just speaking from like a political aspect for somebody like who's in politics. Like, as far as like she is an empty suit politician that makes bad, stupid decisions. Yada yada yada. Not a lot of people have died caught up in Clinton Foundation stuff. But as far as like Epstein focus wise, man, like she could be evil in her own lane. But this is Bill Clinton saga right here. And I feel like as a wife, she's getting dragged to some shit because her husband is historically don't know how to keep his shit in his pants. Getting his dick sucked in the White House, all this other stuff. So I'm not like a Hillary Clinton fan at all on this level, but I feel like as her as a wife, it's like, man, your husband is messy. Like, why you let your husband drag you through this shit? Like, why you go back to murdering people, Hillary? You getting caught up in some shit that's
no,
like not even.
She's all in on all of that shit too, dude.
How so?
She's just as messy as all of them, dude. All of them. They're trying to. Dude, you know when they mentioned Fraser drip? Did you get to that part where they mentioned Fraser drip?
Oh no, what was that? Fragile drip.
Remember we talked about that like last week.
Oh yeah.
The whole thing, the whole video where they said that Hillary is on a video. This is way for AI, all that shit. Mm-hmm. Hillary's on a video where she skinned a girl face and she put the face on her face and she.
Yes, so I haven't seen it though. I can't really. Well, I haven't seen it.
The wild thing, like they asked her that question, like during the testimony, like they mentioned whole Fraser drip stuff, and she denied it, and then she left. Like it wasn't anything.
Oh, talking about she like ran up out the room after that.
Yeah, well they mentioned the whole Fraser drip situation, and I was shocked when they even mentioned that, because I was like, holy shit. I was like, okay, so that's like the real thing, like that's a real question.
Yeah, well, and
I thought it was all like rumor, but then they asked that question about the whole Fraser drip situation.
Yeah, that was a part of the video too, where Hillary Clinton was like, okay, this is this QAnon stuff. She's like, this, it's like a lot of these conspiracies like aren't even true behind, I guess, especially when it comes to her. But I like this is me, and this is come from somebody like, and this is my thing. Like, I'm not no Hillary Clinton supporter at all, but my thing is this: the reason why this country is in the position it is in the first place is because it believed in conspiracies in the first place. Like in the first place, we have a pedophile in the White House now, and I feel like why are we circling back around on something that it's kind of like Hillary Clinton like needs to be pushed to the side for a little bit because that's not like Trump's name's in it a million times. Why are we still worrying about Hillary Clinton? To me, is like very weird. I guess it's like, man, how serious are these people about stopping Clinton? Or something like, well, Bill Clinton or Trump? I'm like, I don't think anybody's really serious about it because we keep circling back around to like Hillary's like almost like a part of this shit again, and I'm like, but she's not. She's just married to a fucking pervert. She's a villain in her own right. Don't get me wrong. She got her own bad guy arc.
I think they're all dirty, dude. All of them. All of them. They're all of their
they
hands
all dirty,
are dirty, man.
But as far as like the Epstein lane, which is supposed to be, I thought the main lane that a lot of conspiracy theorists focused on is like how we look at why we keep getting off track. Like we do.
Here's the thing: I don't think there's no sides anymore. There's no sides like you can pick. Both sides dirty. All of it is dirty. Everything is dirty. There's no sides you can pick now.
Yeah,
all that shit is tainted. All of it. The whole system. The whole government system. Period. Is dirty. That's why you have like people in other countries talking about us, right? Leaders in other countries saying all this shit about the U.S., how dirty the U.S. is, how this is how we treat humans. People in other countries telling us this shit. Like, so that tells you like our own country, our shit is so tainted, man. All of it, both sides, so nasty. It's all fucked up, dude. For a long time.
Yeah, it's got some nasty motherfuckers.
Yeah,
definitely. No.
Other countries knew about this shit, dude. Russia knew about all that shit. Like, hey, y'all motherfuckers dirty as fuck. Like, you guys play dirty as shit. Well, you Russia guys got lie to your own people. You guys pretend like you guys are like so good. Whatever side you're on, like, oh, they're so good. It's like, no, like you guys are dirty as shit.
Yeah, can't be trusted, man.
They try to make us think other countries are bad. They try to lie to us, saying all these other countries like, oh, they're the bad guys.
Yeah, no, they like straight up, man. Like that's one thing for sure. Like outside, that's why like this whole thing going on with Iran right now. Iran's like they already came out like I think after their supreme leader got like blown to smithereens, they already came out like saying like, look, American people don't be alarmed. Our targets aren't you guys, but we do have to focus on y'all guys' government. So just heads up,
it's all fucked up. Yeah.
And right now, that's what they're doing, like with these threats of like, hey, like, because like it's like from my understanding, Iran has a very good like hacking system. Like they got like good hackers working for their government, and they've hacked into like the American like government several times. Even I think back in like 2000 and not too long ago. Dude. But they're like, hey, we have like dirt on this guy and all these elites. Like we have like leverage. So if you guys need to stop your little bomb runs on our country, or we're going to release it. And so that's where it's kind of like at right now. Like they claim they have like information on them, but I don't doubt it because this other country like Russia.
Here's the thing: it's not just about information like on one person. Like it's information on like a bunch of countries that was in on all of that shit.
Oh yeah.
That's why like you get these countries. They're all in ties with each other because they're all in on it all together.
Damn.
Yeah, it's just two sides. It's like.
Big thing.
I don't know. It's so complicated, man. Because I'm seeing so much stuff on social media now. Like it's just a lot of it. I know a lot of it is fake too. That's why I was like, I cannot take none of this so serious.
Gotta take it with a grain of salt, man.
Because like, dude, I saw a video of bombing in Minnesota, but that didn't happen, right? But it looked real as shit. But I was like, all right, yeah. I was like, okay, they're trying to like what's that shit?
What's that?
Like gear us up for what's the worst that can happen?
Oh, trying to condition ourselves.
Condition us. Yeah, they're trying to condition us, right? Because they conditioned me, showing me like videos of people getting bombed like in Minnesota. I was like, oh shit. But then I looked it up. I was like, oh, that's nothing. I was like, what? So they're trying to get like my pre-reaction to something real that could be happening. Right? I was like, what the hell? I was like, that's weird as fuck. Because I wanted to send it to you guys, but I was like, wait, did it even happen before I even sent it to you guys? Nothing even happened. And like another crazy thing, right? The whole stuff happening like with the Middle East, how everything is being bombed, right? I saw other videos where they were vacationing out there. They're like, the media is lying to you. Nothing is being bombed out here. We're celebrating our 5th anniversary in this location, and we're having like the time of our lives, and nothing is being bombed. And then they show like an image of their location, and then they show the fake image of it being bombed, and they're like, this is fake.
Man, see, America, we are officially in the information. Thank you, man. I think as a country, we are officially in the information warfare like timeline. Like, this is like shit. We can't trust anything we've seen online, and it's gonna be very difficult if people don't understand what they're seeing online too, or the gravity of it. So it's like, man, I don't know. Everybody got smartened up, I guess. I don't know how we gonna survive this shit, but I don't know, because this information they throw out there is like. It's like a machine gun, man. Like how much information they throw out there now, and it's like because this is getting to a point where now I saw something the other day that was AI, and for a split second I thought it was real. The only reason why I didn't think this video was real because and it's like you just gotta like look around in the video I was watching. It was like a group of people fighting, and I was like, okay. And I watched the video, and you see like somebody in the background whose head is like turning backwards but punching.
Oh,
and I was like, oh, okay, see, it's AI, but because like I especially on the internet. People love fight videos, especially if it's like black versus white, and there's always like beefs and people all the time in the comment section. So now I'm starting to see AI fight videos that aren't real. I'm like, oh man. So I guess because maybe we're not fighting enough for the system, they got to start creating AI videos of like black people, white people fighting like crazy. I think
there's something going on like in the media right now where they're trying to make everybody like hate like black people. Because they would feed you like a whole bunch of like footage of like black people doing like a whole bunch of fucked up shit all the time, like just to get you worked up to be like, oh, like damn, like black people, they might be the problem. And I think that's happening on a lot of people's like feeds.
A whole lot, man. There was this thing that, well, if the government cared, I would be like, okay, maybe the government will take care of it. But last year, right after they got rid of like the SNAP food programs and stuff, there were like people online like creating like AI videos of like fake black women like crying, and there's like 10 kids in the background like, and like I just want to stay at home and get pregnant, have like SNAP food. But even though me as a black person, I'm like, that shit is fucking fake. I ain't never seen no black person like that ever. But the rest of the world don't know that, and I'm like, holy shit! And it's being shared and shared and shared, and it's like, man, to me, I think it's conditioned for when they start killing people. They ain't nobody gonna care because you've already been preconceived like, oh, they're fucking lower than low anyways. They don't deserve it to live or have a life, because I've always been shown that they don't even value life or themselves anyway. So ain't nothing new to me. I'm like, I'm not surprised. I see it all the time online. I'm like, man, this is just engineered stuff. Whatever, man. This country is... And they're not trying to put any guardrails on AI right in this country. Not anything. They're like, you know what? Companies can just do whatever the hell they want with them. Commercials. That's why we see like so many things. Like every time I watch a commercial on, like, not every time, but there's times like I'm even noticing like AI commercials on YouTube or AI ads. I'm like, man, they're just fucking cranking this AI machine out. And all these corporations are investing trillions, like millions and billions and trillions of dollars into this stuff now. So it's the wave, man. We gotta keep your eyes open. Watch them glitches. Make sure there ain't no fake video.
It's hard to tell now.
It's difficult, man. It's getting tougher. Like, if I didn't catch that head twisting backwards in the background, I thought that was a whole real fight. I was like, oh, okay, this is...
because Bob, she sends a lot of, like, AI stuff. And now I'm trying to think, like... she knows she's sending AI stuff. Because I don't want to comment and say, like, oh, that's AI stuff. Even though I'm like, okay, that's AI stuff.
Right. How do you? Because like,
it
I'm
looks
my mom's
real. Like all of it looks real. But then I started to think about like the story behind it, like a dog helping out an elephant.
Oh man, yeah.
I was like, that's not normal.
Yeah, I saw a dog save a kid from a mountain lion. I was like,
Bob
what?
said she knows. Yeah,
she knows. That's good.
So I'm trying to know that she knows, because like some of the stuff she sent is obvious is AI.
But sometimes it's so good.
Yeah, like a dog dancing or whatever. I'm like.
Yeah, I saw one that
that's AI. I'd be like, okay, that's funny. Because like, some of the AI stuff, it is funny. A lot of it is funny.
Some of it's funny. Yeah. Some of it's very funny. I saw one of this dog, like this kid was standing in front of like this flat screen, and the TV tipped over, and this dog like ran and like pushed the kid out the way.
And it saved him?
Yeah, saved the kid. But it was all AI. And at first I was like, it looked legit, man. I was like, oh shit, that's a cool dog. It wasn't. Yes, he Bob the dog with the dog. That shit is like woof,
Yeah.
scary.
A lot of
Real.
stuff like with animals, it look real. But the
Man.
crazy thing is, like, even though like it's fake, like it does pull on your heartstrings, and that's what trips me out. Is when it
Yeah.
actually like pull your heartstrings. I was like, that shit was fucking fake, but it triggered my real emotions, and I was like,
Right.
what the hell?
It what was it supposed to
I was
do.
like, can you fucking manufacture like emotions like that? That's where I was like, this
Yeah.
is scary. That's why I was like,
Yeah.
AI is scary. Like if it can trigger you like that, it's fake, but it can really trigger you emotionally, like real
Yeah.
level of real emotions. I was like, holy shit. That's when you realize like fucking AI,
Got you, man.
they
It's got
fucking
you,
came here like a wrecking ball.
man. Because if it gets you like in your, if it gets
Scary.
you in your, if it can get you to pull at your heartstrings, it's only a matter of time. If it can
That is
get you angry,
scary. Yeah,
angry,
super scary.
it's gonna get you angry eventually. And I am very concerned about AI. I think it's a great tool. I think it's a great invention. But how it's going to get used, especially by like I talked about this before. How Russia one time with the president of Ukraine, Russia created like a fake like actual like video of his like the president of Ukraine sitting at his desk and saying like I surrender to Russia. You know I give up and da 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 da. And they started spreading
Yeah.
the propaganda online. They come to find out it never happened and it looked legit.
It looked legit.
I was
Yeah.
like shit, man. And all it's gonna be an excuse, like if like Putin's gonna be like, see, like they said they're gonna surrender, but now they keep fighting, so now we're the like they're the bad guys now. And that's how they was gonna try to use it. They was trying to spin it like that. Luckily, the AI is still in its infancy, so we can still catch shit like this. But what's to say what's gonna
Yeah.
happen like 10 years from now, and the AI is gonna be undetectable?
Right. So like it makes you wonder like do we even need like a real face as far as like someone that's representing the country of United States?
Getting an AI to run it.
Right.
Let's
An
just get
AI
AI.
could probably do way better.
I think it might be more humane. I'm not gonna lie, I think AI actually might be nicer than humans if done right.
But like watch where we get like we give AI like the driver's seat for like just 1 week
Oh my god.
and then the world blows up.
AI's like, yeah, I crunched the numbers. Y'all gotta go, man. Y'all like I'm here to protect Earth, not y'all. Like y'all just kind of.
It's like on some real shit, you guys are the problem.
I crunched the numbers, man. Y'all are. Oof.
Yeah, like you guys are fucking up the whole ozone layer. You guys are fucking up the whole ocean. You guys
Like
are
we
fucking up
actually
the whole forest system.
crunched the numbers. Y'all actually just started the sixth mass extinction. Y'all gotta go, man.
Yeah,
Y'all
like
go.
the planet is more important than you guys, and you guys destroyed it in the last 200-300 years alone.
There's like look, Earth has like there's like the sun has about another 7 billion years left before it blows up. Earth's gonna be around a lot long, like that way before humans even live. Like that shit, humans be long and dead before the sun blows up. This planet still needs to be here, so we've had many beings come and go on this planet. Y'all just another cycle. Like
Yeah,
eventually,
you guys are doing too much.
yeah, man.
We gotta cut that foreskin back.
Let's make sure ain't nobody leaving this planet.
We gotta cut that shit back. What else we got? I think we're good. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We'll catch you guys next week on Tuesday. Peace out. Adios.
Yes, sir. See you guys.